Hi, I'm Donovan. I'm going to do a mindful movement sequence in the chair, and this is a chance to maybe de-stress a little bit during the holiday season and everything else that's going on. It'll be really simple. I'll keep the cues simple. We're just going to breathe in, breathe out, do a little bit of movement, and say some affirmations. One of the ways to build our resilience in stressful times and with everything going on is to say nice things to ourselves, maybe, just say some good things to ourselves. So we have some different choices here. You can come up with your own, but basically it's I am and something else. So I am worthy, I am magical, I am lighthearted, I am cheerful, I am awesome, I am loving, I am good, I am awake. Be something simple like that. I am jolly. I am powerful. I am happy. So pick something. I am grateful. That's good. So just choose something that you can focus on when I share with you. Say your I am, and I'll just pick something here. And mine is I am Mary. I am Mary. Okay. You might want to put that somewhere where you can see it. And we're going to go ahead and get started with just a flowing series of movements. So first I'm going to invite you to breathe in and reach up. Look up at your hands. Look at where your hands are pointing. Breathe out, and you're going to fold forward in your chair. Let your fingers fall down to your fingertips. When you breathe in, come about halfway up. Maybe rest your hands on your knees. Make your back flat. Breathe out and go ahead and let your hands drop back down to the floor again. Forward fold. So this is a bending over. This is a relaxed kind of movement. Breathe in again. And we're going to go ahead and grab one knee. Hug your knee and say your I am. I am Mary. Breathe out. Let your knee come down. Let yourself fold forward. Let your hands drop to the ground, toward the ground. Breathe in and grab your other knee or your calf. Go ahead and hug yourself on the other side. I am Mary. Go ahead and breathe out. Let that foot back to the ground. Fold back over. Let your chest rest on your legs. Breathe in, halfway up. Hands on your knees. Back is flat. Breathe out. Fold over again. Let your hands come back down to the ground. Breathe in, and this time we're going to stretch all the way back up again, reaching up toward the ceiling or the sky. Make your hands like stars. Breathe out and bring your hands to your heart, and you can come with your thumbs touching your heart, toward your heart, or you could even rest your hands on your heart, whatever feels right to you. So we're going to do that one more time. Breathe in, reach up nice and tall. Drop your shoulders back as you reach your fingers up to the sky. Breathe out, and you're just going to fold over. Let your chest rest on your thighs and your hands drop down. Breathe in, maybe bring your hands to your knees. Halfway up, back is flat like a table. Breathe out. Let your hands fall back down and your head hang, your chest on your thighs. Breathe in, and on your way up, go ahead and grab that knee again or your calf. Hug your knee towards your chest, and I am Mary. Breathe out, let your foot drop back down, let your chest come back down to your thigh, hands down toward the ground. As you breathe in, grab that other leg, hug it, give yourself a hug. I am Mary. Go ahead and breathe out, let your leg and your chest and your head and your hands all go back down. Breathe in and halfway up, hands on your knees or your thighs. Back is flat like a table. Breathe in and reach up. Let your shoulders drop back and down as you stretch your fingers up. Look up, brighten your eyes. Breathe out. Bring your hands towards your heart. Now hopefully we got a little bit of movement, breathing, little energy here. So we're going to use that energy now to just go ahead and bring one hand down and one hand up. So your fingers are pointing in two opposite directions. And we're going to go ahead and let your one hand that's down toward the ground reach toward the ground as your other hand reaches over. You're giving yourself a side crunch here, a side stretch, whichever feels better to you. So the feeling of breathing out and reaching toward the ground, breathing in and reaching overhead. And let's come back up and switch sides. So as you breathe out, notice your lower hand stretching toward the ground. As you breathe in, you might even want to look up toward that upper hand. Feel the stretch in your side. Breathe in and stretch. Breathe out and let yourself reach toward the ground. Breathe in and let's come back up to center. And then we'll go ahead and just notice how our body feels now after that movement. So we're going to kind of make a mountain, a seated mountain. So that's how solid and strong we want to notice ourselves feeling. So just notice your feet touching wherever they're supported right now. Mine are in fuzzy slippers. That's what I'm noticing. Noticing the texture that you feel on your feet. That's a good way to de-stress, is to go ahead and let yourself feel connected to whatever's grounding you and centering you and orienting you. You're just going to notice the textures, the colors, and how it feels where you're supported under your feet. Notice the strength of your calves. You might even want to try flexing or tensing your calf muscles and then release on the out breath. Notice the strength of your thighs. Maybe your hands are supporting, or your thighs are supporting your hands. If you're noticing your hands resting on your thighs, just notice that. You may want to tense the muscles of your thighs and then release them on the out breath. And just notice the strength that you have in your thighs. Then in your hips, you may want to try just rocking back and forth real gently here, and then just bring yourself to a neutral. And just notice the strength and flexibility of your hips, and just say thank you to your hips today. And we'll notice your core. So breathe in, fill your belly with air, and just notice the strength of that belly. Breathe out, let it come to neutral, just natural breath. Notice your rib cage. Now we'll breathe in, fill your rib cage with air, feeling it expand, lifting the chest, lifting the heart up toward the sky. And as you breathe out, just let your shoulders drop and come to a natural resting position. Notice the strength in your chest. And with the shoulders, we'll go ahead and breathe in, roll them back and down. Breathe out, let them be soft, natural, and at rest. Notice the strength in your shoulders. And then we can breathe out and let our chin drop down to our chest. Breathe in and look up toward the ceiling. Breathe out and let your neck come to just a nice, natural, neutral position. And now just kind of notice how you feel from the top of your head, down your spine to where you're sitting on your chair, all the way down your legs to where your feet are resting. And you are a mountain. You are strong and you are stable. We're going to move now into a visualization, letting go of anything you might want to let go, putting out into the universe anything you might be wishing for, some hopes, some aspirations, maybe a goal, something that you're hoping for, working toward, making progress toward. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and breathe in and fill your chest with air, your belly with air, and lift your arms up and back, almost like you're spreading your wings. We'll go ahead and breathe out and bring those hands together overhead and just kind of visualize kind of out in front of you like you're holding a big beach ball or a floating lantern, something like that that's just light and colorful. Maybe visualize your favorite color, something that's cheerful for you. And imagine writing or drawing on this, something that reminds you of this thing that you want to put out there. A wish, a hope, a dream, something that you want to allow into your life. Go ahead and draw that, write that. And then we're going to go ahead and breathe in and stretch up as if we're lifting it up to the sky, and breathe out and bring your arms back and let it float away. And you put it out there. And let's do our I am one more time. I am Mary. Let's go ahead and bring your hands back down as you breathe out and come to your natural breath. We're going to go ahead and do that beginning sequence one more time to warm up a little bit more. So let's go ahead and breathe in, stretch up, breathe out, fold forward, breathe in halfway. Back is like a table, hands are on your knees or your thighs. Breathe out, forward fold. So you just rest your chest and your hands and your head. Breathe in. We're going to grab one knee. I am Mary. Breathe out. Let that foot fall back down and follow it on down to the ground there. Breathe in. Grab your other leg. I am Mary. Breathe out. Let your foot fall back down to the ground. Your chest follows. Head follows. Hands hang down. Breathe in halfway up. Hands are on the thighs or the knees or the calves, or even pointing down actively toward the ground. Back is like a table. Breathe in. Forward fold. Just go soft there. Let your chest rest on your legs. Breathe in. Let's come all the way up, stretch up, shoulders are back and down as your hands point forward like starfish or Hanukkah stars, Christmas stars, whatever you want them to be. And then breathe out and let's bring those hands down to heart center. Now we're gonna try something else like a stretch, nice stretch for the upper body. So let's go ahead and reach both our arms out as we breathe in, and as you breathe out, we're going to bring our hands crossing each other. Okay, so notice which arm is on the bottom. I have my right arm on the bottom. We're just going to go ahead and bring the palms of our hands together possibly, or maybe the backs of our hands together. Where all of our bodies are different, and this may be different from one side to the other as well. So be gentle with yourself. Do what feels like a good stretch to you. So you're dropping your shoulders back and down, and your hands are together in some kind of way. Might be like this, might be like this. And we're going to breathe in now. We're going to breathe in and we're going to stretch up our long eagle feathers up to the sky. Keeping our shoulders down and stretching our hands up, and breathing out, we'll bring our elbows down towards the belly or the chest. Breathe in one more time. Let's go ahead and breathe in and stretch up. Breathe out and bring those elbows down to the belly. We're just doing eagle arms this time. There's other movements people can do with their legs, but we're not doing that right now. Okay? So now we're going to go ahead and switch the other side. So notice which arm was on the other side before. We were stretching out on an in-breath, crossing our arms on the out-breath, and then on the next in-breath, go ahead and bring your hands together in some kind of way, whatever that is for you. And notice if it's different on this side than the other side, that's okay. We just notice it. This is where we're at today. So hands might be like this, palms might be together or kind of coming together, or maybe back to back. When we breathe in, we'll stretch up. Long eagle feathers up to the sky. Shoulders are down and back. Nice stretch here. Breathe out. Bring your elbows down towards your chest or your belly. Let yourself rest or relax here. Breathe in one more time. Stretch up tall. Fingers are up to the sky. Look up at your fingertips. Orient yourself in space here. Bring breath out and elbows down to the chest or the belly. And let's go ahead and unwind. Now we'll go ahead and follow that with elephant ears after the eagle arms. So we're going to go ahead and stretch one arm out to the side as we breathe in. Stretch it out nice and wide. As you breathe out, bring it back, pat yourself on the back. Breathe in, stretch the other arm out. And as you breathe out, hopefully you'll see in the mirror, you're going to rest the back of your hand on your lower back. So here's our elephant ears wiggling. You don't have to wiggle. I just wanted you to kind of see the Dumbo ears here, if you can visualize that. So we'll go ahead and walk our hands together a little bit on the next in-breath. Or another way to approach this is to go ahead and, as you breathe in, notice your elbow stretching up, your upper elbow stretching up to the sky. And as you breathe out, notice your lower elbow pointing down toward the ground. Drop that shoulder, drop both the shoulders, and just notice the distance between one elbow and the other. So let's breathe in and feel that movement of the top elbow stretching up and maybe the top hand pointing down. And as you breathe out, noticing the lower elbow pointing down and the lower hand pointing up towards the other hand. So what it looks like, I'm not sure if you can see it in the mirror, but this is what it looks like. And we may not all be, some people can touch their hands together, even hold their hands. Others of us just keep our hands on the back of our head and the back of our the lower back. So it's okay wherever we're at. Let's go ahead and drop that on an out breath, and we'll go ahead and try that on the other side. So the elephant ears are going to shift. So we'll breathe in and stretch out the other hand. Breathe out. Rest that opposite hand on the back of your neck. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Doing nice things for yourself right now. Deserve a pat on the back, especially in these trying times. Breathe in. Stretch your other arm out. Let's point the back of the hand facing you. We'll go ahead and breathe out and go ahead and put the back of your hand now at your lower back. As you breathe in, you might start to walk your upper hand down as you stretch your elbow up to the sky. As you breathe out, point that lower elbow down and maybe start to walk the lower hand up the mid-back a little bit. Just take some natural breaths here if you want to. We're not trying to strain. This is supposed to be a yummy stretch, so don't go any farther than feels good. Take one more in-breath. We're going to point the elbow up. Upper hand might be pointing down a little bit more. Lower elbow on the out breath. Lower elbow drops down a little bit more. Maybe bring that lower hand up a little bit more, as if the fingers are kind of energetically magnetizing toward each other. I can't touch my hands to each other, but just kind of, they're sending love to each other. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's breathe out, and we're going to go ahead and drop those arms. Hopefully that felt like a good stretch. You might want to shake out a little bit. Okay, now the last thing we're going to do here before we wrap up is we're going to get in a boat. Okay, this is a challenging one, so just have fun with it. And know that as we get into this, it's normal to shake. We're trying to shake off some of the stress and the energy that we want to let go. Some people even say we're letting go of fears when we're shaking in this pose. So please don't be worried if it's a little bit challenging, because it is a challenging movement. So what I'm going to invite you to do is try to rock back in your chair a little bit. You might need to scoot forward on the seat. Just be safe. Keep yourself stable, but this is a balancing pose. So we're going to lean back a little bit to find a balance, because what you're looking for is a place where you can balance and start to bring your feet off the floor a little bit. Okay, so let's just notice this. Just breathe naturally here and just notice that point at which you can balance, like a little fulcrum here, that you can find balance in your upper body and your lower body with your feet off the floor and leaning back a little bit. The strength is coming from your core. Okay, now that you know where that is, I'm going to invite you to find your balance on the floor again. Give yourself some support on the floor. Go ahead and get back into a neutral position. And just remember that now we're going to go into the pose. Okay, so let's go ahead and lean back. to that balance point again. And as you breathe in, bring your feet off the floor to wherever you can. You might want to grab onto your thighs. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can point your feet just to wherever you can. It's okay to have bent knees. Usually on the floor is very different than in a chair, for me at least. So I'm going to keep my knees bent. This is going to be a little sailboat. And you might want to find, as you just keep breathing naturally right now, you might want to find a balance point with your arms. Maybe pointing down towards the other end of the boat there. I have a little tugboat, I think, here. Maybe you have a rowboat and you have oars in the water. Maybe you have a sailboat. Okay, let's go ahead and breathe out and bring our feet back down. Breathe wherever you need to. I will suggest some cues, but don't hold your breath. You don't need to do that. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to just try one more boat. Okay, this is the last one. So go ahead and lean back, find your balance point again. Going to breathe in and lift those feet off the floor. Breathe out. Oop. Stretch those legs out. Breathe in. Add your oars or your sail or some kind of ballast for your tugboat, whatever it is. See if you can do an extra breath cycle here, just holding the tension here. Notice your core. And let's go ahead and breathe out and bring that all back down and rest everything. Well, congratulations for completing the mindful movement sequence. We're going to close it down with, let's just for the heck of it, say one more affirmation to yourself. Let's reach out and stretch it out. Say, validate yourself here. I am Mary. And we're going to close it out with those hands rested on the heart. And we're going to just hum 3 times. And humming is a great way actually to, it helps reset the nervous system. As silly as it may seem, it really does. It can relax both body and mind and relaxes the breath too. So we're just going to hum 3 times. So breathe in. Fill the belly with air, feel your chest filling up with air, shoulders back and down. Maybe you can feel breathing a little bit more through your nose and even feel like your face is filling up with air. And then you're going to breathe out and hum. That's the first one. As you're breathing out, you might notice the air coming out of your face and then your chest falling as some air releases there, and your belly falling and the belly button going back towards the spine a little bit as you release air from the belly. So I'll invite you to think about that on the next 3 hums if you want to. So hands at the chest, if you like, hands at heart. Whatever feels good to you, or if you want to relax your hands, you can do that too. So let's go ahead and breathe in, fill the belly. Keep breathing in, fill the chest, breathe in, fill the face with light and air. And as you exhale, you can close your eyes or keep your eyes open, whatever feels right to you. Last one. This is your little gift to yourself to help yourself de-stress. Breathe in, fill the belly with air, fill the chest with air, even the face, the crown, as if you have a crown of light, sparkly light. And as you breathe out, hum. Well, I hope that helped a little bit with some of the stress. Feel free to use any of these movements and tools anytime that you can. Hopefully anytime you're at a desk, a chair, or even if you're out and about, humming quietly to yourself can be a good way to de-stress, or even looking around and orienting yourself. What colors do I see? Do I see 5 colors, 5 shapes? Some people, it doesn't matter what the number is, but you can pick some colors, shapes, textures. Notice 4 corners of a room that you're in. all those things can help us let go, and also those good affirmations. So I am Mary. I hope you will be too. Okay, thanks.